I find WordPress pretty manageable though.
Pardon me just for a second, guys. I have to yell upstairs. Hey, John, you're starting the show. That's the sound for the show started. You do the opening. Go ahead.
Welcome today
Tina, can you
to
open the basement
the
light, please?
Mardox Live
Yeah,
Daily Chat. Well, we're trying to be daily. We used to be daily. We're trying it again.
we are.
Anyway, yes, sir. We're happy to
I'm
we're
daily.
happy to have you with us today. And yes, we are daily, like our fearless leader says. We thank
Ooh,
you for being here. Remember to do three wonderful things: is to like, comment, and subscribe to the page. We would really, really love that. That would really be cool. And yes, type stuff in the comments section. We want to know your input. We want to know what you think, and we want to know what's going on. There. How's that? We're on.
we're on. Who's the fearless leader? I'm shaking like a leaf.
Okay, you're the shaky leader.
Okay, there you go. John and I had a couple topics to talk about today. John, do you remember what they were?
Yeah. Topics. They were.
They
Yeah.
were
About
topics.
tops.
Yes.
No,
Oops. Wow.
we talked about
Everybody's is about to see the content of my phone. Okay, there we go.
we talked about we want to talk about tracking, and we wanted to talk about drive and passion.
Yep. Yep.
What we wanted to talk about. What we
Well,
said we would talk about.
we have drive and passion. I mean, I was talking to John, and I find there's so many people that get into businesses that are, oh my God, I have to work to earn the money. Or yeah, and this is a real world one. Again, going back to the company that I'm going to be doing that I'm doing pool repair for. One person was hired on, and he did 1 day or two repairs, and then his response was, "Oh, that stuff is just too hard to do." And I don't think he took the time. And this is a 21-year-old. I don't think he took the time to
No.
realize how much the check is worth at the end of the week for
Yeah.
those repairs. It's either that or he's not
Yeah.
charging enough. One of the two.
Yeah. Either or. Yeah.
Yeah,
Private. Was he a private thing or?
Well, like me, but I got my
No.
prices, and I'm stuck to my prices.
Yeah. No. Was
And
he doing his own thing? The guy or
yeah,
what?
like
What?
me.
Okay.
Yeah, autonomous,
Yeah.
his own tools, his own transportation, the whole thing. So what happens is this. Let's say, John, you got a pool to be repaired, and
Right.
you go to the store and you say to the store, "I need my liner changed." The store says, "Okay, we can do that." They then contact me and they say, "Nelson, Mr. Brewer has a liner to get changed, but he also needs to check to see if the pool needs to be leveled, stuff like that." So I get the contract in hand. I call you. "Hello, Mr. Brewer. How are you? I'm the jackass that's going to fix your pool." And and then I arrange an appointment. I arrange an appointment at the end of the day to go see your pool. I don't even do the work on it. I just go look at it to make sure, because there's sometimes just things that I can see that you don't see. Okay, like if it's level, I can look at it just by my eye. I can tell you if it's off by an inch or 2 inches. And
Yeah.
so anyhow, the other repair guys don't do that. They don't go on site, meet the client, talk to them. And there's jobs I've gone to, and I told the client, I just can't fix it. It's beyond fixing. Scrap it, tear it down, put a new one in. And
Okay.
the other repair guys will fight half a day to fix that problem. Me, it's like, I'm not touching it.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
go on site, I talk to you, and then everything's cool. I say, yes, you need to level it. Yes, change the liner. You're going to put a foam in the bottom. Then by talking, you might realize you want to put a foam liner inside between the wall and the liner to hold the heat in. So after everything's talked about, I go back to the store. I update the contract. Then I get all the stuff that's needed. Like within 2-3 days, I show up at your place with all the stuff, and then we do the work. But when I do the work, I charge a minimum of $35 an hour per person. There's usually myself and my daughter, so that's $70 an hour. Just at
Mm-hmm.
work alone. Some of these younger guys
Yeah.
will come on site and they'll say, "Well, yeah, I'll do it for $15, $12 an hour." They're thinking of minimum wage. So that's why I say is by the end of the day,
Okay.
when they look at their bill or the work that they did, they go, "Geez, it's not worth it," because it is a lot of work. It's 5-6 hours
Yeah.
sometimes, and but they don't charge enough. But they also don't have
That's,
the experience to do it.
yeah. Yeah. See, that's their own fault. You see, because like in the online teaching industry or in the teaching industry period, right? But especially the online teaching industry. One thing we learn is to charge what you are worth,
Yeah.
because that when somebody's just starting out, especially if you're certified and everything, one of the first mistakes people do is charge too less.
Too little.
Okay, and this is a lot of work that we do. You don't just go somewhere and teach, or come online and teach. It takes preparation and all of this and that. And some of us have years of preparation behind us,
Mm-hmm.
but each student or each group is different, and you prepare for the person or for the group. At any rate, this all takes time and effort and so on and so forth. And all of that has a value to it. And you must and one person said she changes her prices every so often. And if the people view the product, let's say, service, they will pay the price.
Sorry about that
Price.
background noise. Okay, serious. Yeah, I got a squeaky floor.
If they don't, you just playing losers. If they don't want your price, you don't they value you in your stuff.
What?
It's
Yeah,
all
John's breaking up a little bit here. John, turn up your video and see if that works better. You're starting to do that robotic sound thing going on there. It's gotta be the Fritz box.
Fritz, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it
Belinda, you charge a large amount for your courses, and that includes the leads, right?
Oh yeah, well, it depends on the package that they choose to what they're getting, and of course, as any smart business person would do, they make the biggest package look more attractive and make it a no-brainer so that they go and sell more of that.
Right. That's it. And but you're selling your services to business people, people business minded. You're not selling to the average schmo.
No, I'm not. I sell more to real estate agents, insurance reps, not just MLMers. I mean, all types of businesses I'm selling to.
Yeah, but it's more about the business minded people, as like I said, as opposed to the average person that joins our, for example, Mardox membership.
Right. Yeah. But here's the thing I've noticed: like when you're in let's say you're in a top tier high ticket program, and somebody's shelling out $3,500 or more, you get some people that are even lazy, even when they're making, spending that kind of money. But luckily for me, the people that I'm getting that spend that kind of money with what I offer basically have to be serious because it kind of forces them to be.
Right, right. And you do offer a course with your stuff, correct?
Oh, yes. I offer Blueprint, I offer PDF, and a lot of other goodies.
Right. Now, out of let's say in the last year, how many people bought your package actually stuck with your course versus how many didn't stick with it?
Well, I've had. I just started
service.
doing my new services and my new packages. I only started this past year. It was kind of slow in the beginning, so I would say within the last 6 months, to be fair,
yeah,
that it really took off. I would say probably had 15 or 16 buy.
Right.
And probably 9 or 10 stick with it.
Yeah, so about 1/3 basically said, and when they still bought it, but they didn't take the time to look over what you had as a course, correct?
Well, yeah, I'm not sure what their reasons were. They took advantage of me closing their sales for them, obviously, but
right.
The other goodies they didn't really bother with that much, which I was kind of surprised because I would think they, want to look at the other, things that they're getting too.
That's it. John, how many clients do you bring on that drop out halfway through? So you're a teacher. You offer a teaching course. I'm assuming they all show up to first class. But do you have a percentage that don't follow through?
Yeah, you'd be amazed. I say about 2 to 3%. Okay, and I'm talking about. It used to be different because I used to do tutoring as well.
Right.
But since I do mostly businesses now, through language companies, it's quite different, and I get paid my money no matter what. Uh, but when I did a lot of tutoring, and I had my private students, okay, so let's say with my private students, I would say 2 or 3% they would pay their money, right? And after a couple of lessons, they don't come back.
Yeah, they just, well, whatever, and went on with something
Yeah,
else.
yeah, or they're busy or
Not account.
whatever. I had one lady years ago. She paid. She paid for one of my packages. She came once or twice. Never heard from her again. Months
And
later, I decided to email her. Got in contact with her. She said, "Yeah, daughter had a baby. Blah
yeah,
blah 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 blah." But then I didn't hear anything else from her. I was like, "Oh well, I guess she has the money to burn because it wasn't like $10 or $15.
yeah,
Or euros. It was a lot of money,
yeah.
and
I
I,
did I did I did that a long time ago before I even met Tina. I went to a computer course and a night school. I took a computer course. I want to get caught up on IBM. I was into Apple and Commodore at the time. Then I went into Macintosh. After my Mac LC3, I wanted to get into doing PCs, and so I went to take a course in a night course. I took two or three nights worth, and then I basically gave up on it and said, "Oh, the hell with it," because they were teaching me stuff I already knew, and I kind of got bummed out. And then later on in life, I realized a course like that, of course, they have to start at the beginning for everybody who doesn't know anything there is to know about it.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but I probably would have learned a few things a lot faster if I would have stayed in and and
yeah,
stuck with it.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. That's true.
Josh, you do web design. You run a business. Any slackers? Anybody you bring on that's like, oh, gung ho, and then after that they're basically, forget this.
That's practically everyone in my.
Other than yourself, Josh.
I mean, that's everybody as far as my clients go. I mean, that's pretty typical. The clients are all excited at the beginning, and when they realize how much work is involved, they're like, "Oh crap, I didn't know that." Once they realize, the website goes up, and it's not that you build it and they come; they have to actually do work.
Promote it, yeah.
That's when people start to realize, man, I wish I had never built a website, because they don't realize the work's involved after the fact.
Yeah.
They never want to promote it at all. So I always ask people, you do realize that once it's built, you need to market it. And they always say yes, and then when they finally get there, they're always, yeah, I'm going to market it.
Yeah.
And they do. And it's not uncommon. I'd say about 1% actually take action, and the others don't.
That's right. Yeah. Sounds about right.
So.
And how many of your clients build a website and then they just don't do nothing with it at all?
That's what I'm saying. Probably about 99% do nothing, and 1%.
99% don't do anything?
Well, it doesn't matter. We build it, they're done. They don't want anything to do with it. They just want to have it up and running.
Oh, wow.
The problem is they don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
And I always explain to them, look, if you want results, you got to market after the fact.
Right.
I get them in touch with people, they can help them, but no, they don't want to do that either, because that would be work too,
That's it. John and I started this conversation yesterday, and it was because John's been a member at Mardox for what now, John? About a year and a half, 2 years now?
Yeah,
And,
almost 2 years, I think.
yeah, and for the last year, John has had one person. Well, actually, at the beginning of John's existence at Mardox, he has a member underneath him, and that member recently upgraded. And it's taken, about a year and a half to 2 years for that person to upgrade underneath you. And
Yeah.
it turned out it was Belinda that was talking to the person and had the person upgrade, turning out to be it was under John. So Belinda did a great job on that one for closing that upgrade.
Yeah, Belinda, I heard I have you to thank for that. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. My pleasure. I just wanted him to see the benefits of what it is to be a pro member, no matter, who he's under.
Yeah.
And what better than my good friend John?
There you go.
But you see, it's no small thing. You take it as, business as usual. But people can get real cutthroat when it comes to something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And
well, see, that just goes to show that I don't care about whether they're under me. I care about that they're getting help, and that's what Mardox is all about.
Right, and at a site like Mardox, that's the way it needs to be. That's what a community is all about. You see.
Right.
And that was my downline, or I helped him more. he should be under me now, and blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
that's
You
it.
know,
That's it.
unless the person that you joined under does absolutely zilch for you, they try to contact you, you don't answer them and stuff, then you deserve to lose that person as a downline.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've had plenty of people that I've helped. It was in either the same company as me, or I wasn't even in that company some of the time, and I didn't care whether they joined me or not. I was
Right,
just there to help them
right.
because that's what I do for a living. It's part of why I do it. And but see, they on their own terms. I mean, they came up with this on their own. They didn't want their sponsor to benefit from the
Yeah,
help that I was giving them because their sponsor purposely ignored them, didn't
yeah,
help them.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
I can understand in a situation like that, but I wasn't, trying to step on any toes, like that wasn't my intention or anything like that. I'm
Right.
always trying to be careful about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. I did that in a program I was in a long time ago. Um, I needed some help with some stuff. I could never get in touch with my sponsor, and someone else helped me, and it was a lot of help, that they gave me, and we kind of mutually agreed that we would talk to the program owner and see if the sponsorship could be changed because I tried to get in touch with the sponsor, and then, and I guess when they changed the sponsorship, maybe they told the person that they were doing it because all of a sudden I got a message or an email from him. I heard you were looking for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got his attention, huh?
Yeah,
I'm about to lose my
but then it was
downline.
too late. You know what happened to me one time? It was really interesting.
Let me guess.
I
Let me
was
guess. Let me guess. You were in New York, had to use a public bathroom, and you saw a pink flamingo in one of the stalls.
Now, how did you figure
Only,
that out?
I don't
only
know,
you,
just
Nelson, could know
telepathic.
that.
I was I was a member of a traffic exchange. I won't say the name of it, and I was on a Mardox.
Kim Manuel.
and I was on a team, right? So they have teams sometimes and stuff, and I was on one of the teams. And all of a sudden, I got an email or a message from the team leader saying I wasn't on the team anymore. I was thrown off the team.
Well, good
And
for
I
you.
was like, okay. And then I contacted her and I said, why'd you throw me off the team? And she was like, well, I don't see that you've been surfing, which was bullcrap because I often surfed when when I could. At any rate, I said, well, okay, fine. And you know what I did? I started my own team, and I ended up beating her team a lot.
Well, what goes around comes around.
That's right. And you see, and this person, right? I had known her, for marketing for a while, right? And that's the reason I joined her team. And she would show me programs and stuff, and I'd take a look at it if I was interested, and I'd join it or whatever.
Yeah.
You think I joined anything with her name on it after that?
Nope.
And
But
you see, that's
but
the thing is you didn't stoop to her level, and you weren't intentionally trying to get back at her, but it all
Exactly.
worked out for you.
Yeah, because I said, what the heck? I'll start
Right.
my own team and see what happens. And yeah, my team ended up beating her team a lot, and
Oh wow.
had less members.
And less members. That's it. Well, they're going back to what I was talking about. We were talking about with passion and drive. Belinda has the passion of building the network, not just her downline, but the entire Mardox network.
Right.
Because she took the time and effort to talk to this person and put this person onto the right track, even though she knew that person wasn't underneath her. She actually called me up and asked me, "Can you tell me who this person's under?" So I had to go look it up in a database, and I said it's under John Brewer. And she goes, "Oh, okay." And she still continued the process. What, another 2 hours worth of talking to the person, Belinda?
Yeah, pretty much.
To get the person on, on track and get them to upgrade. Which
Okay.
that's a passion. That's long-term thinking. You see. And the other reason why John and I were talking about this was that it took a year to 2 years to get this member to sign up underneath him. So just because you got members underneath you doesn't mean they're and you know they got members underneath you, they don't upgrade, doesn't mean they're not interested. Just means you know maybe they don't have the money for it right now. Maybe their budget's too tight to pay the fee. You know.
I also think it's a matter of timing. He was finding what he wanted, what he was interested in, because he's also on that journey. And I think that also had something to do with now was the right time. And I just happened to be the one to talk to him. Like maybe John could have even, you know, John could have done it, or you could have done it. It could be a combination of why he decided now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this person's really impressed that I think it was 6 o'clock at night my time, I think. And I got on the phone with him on Skype, and I explained to him how to look up a program. He texted me asking me about a certain program, and I showed him what I do to research a program, whether I want to sign up to it or not. And I could tell that he never saw how to research a website that way. And you know, it's easy to go on Google and type in a domain name, but then what are you looking for? Are there no complaints? Does it make it good if there's no complaints at all? If there are complaints, are the complaints a negative, or do you take them with a grain of salt? Personally, myself, if there's no complaints to a program that you're searching for, it tells me it's either too new or no one signed up to it at all.
Yeah.
Because even Mardox has bad complaints from people.
Even good companies get bad complaints.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's it.
I mean, I had two. The whole time I've been online, I've only had two. So knock on wood, I'm actually pretty blessed that I've only had two. And those two were not even legitimate. So, but they were still, you know what I mean? Because if you checked me out more, you could see that yes, I have a good background.
Are you the person I talked to a while back? They're saying that one of the complaints was somebody who made a complaint with complaining about another Belinda. But they thought it was you.
No,
it's not you. Okay. Who was I talking to?
How many Belindas do you know?
Not very many.
I know three. I got 3 Belindas on a database.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. The only person that has a name that is not replicated that I know is Tina, my wife. Tiina.
Right.
Yeah, she spells her name uniquely.
Yeah. Well, it's spelled Estonian. And
is that what that is?
Yeah,
okay.
it's spelled from their family comes from Estonia, so that it's spelled in that method. To make a vowel long, it has to be doubled up. So it actually should be Tina, but no, don't sit. No, honey, don't listen to this. So this I'm in trouble.
He's getting himself in trouble.
I'm in so much trouble.
Because the frying pan.
Yep. That's it,
You're the ding already.
That's it.
Bam.
There's an old proverb I once heard. It's good things come to those who wait.
Yes.
Yes.
Here it comes. Wait for it.
I think it's a Chinese proverb.
Let's pretend it is.
Confucius say, man who sign up to Mardox wait long time have big profit.
Yeah, I'll just make it up as you go along.
I had to put the name Mardox into that one.
That's right.
It's
if you want to go see,
Confucius said, man who educates long time has great knowledge.
I swear, if he ever went to see some kind of Buddhist holy man or something like that, he'd drive the holy man to want to slap him with a frying pan.
Yeah.
Kidding, love you.
You know, Nelson, I thought about you today.
Oh, is that what that chill was that I felt?
Yeah.
Oh,
you know?
That somebody walked on my grave.
Because you know when you said you couldn't do what I do because you don't have the patience, right? With teaching, you know.
Right.
And,
yeah. Should we emphasize this on live chat to dictate to illustrate to people what it would be like? me being a teacher, I would wind up in jail, prosecuted, or at least charged with assault. And it would become very verbally violent because it would be by the beginning of the class, would be good day class, how are you? Today we're going to learn how to speak English. Do you guys understand English? By the end of the show, it's going to be, what is wrong with you, you fucking idiot? It's an apple. That's about the extent of my capabilities of teaching people live.
This is why some people have the gift of teaching and others don't.
This is right. I have one of my beginning groups today, you know.
Yeah.
And
you didn't do what I did.
No, okay. Of course not. Okay. But it made me think about you, though.
Okay.
You know, I started to get up, you know, and bump my head against the wall, but I decided, nah. I won't do it.
That's why you got the receding hairline.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't think Nelson
John,
would
so
want
John,
to deal with some of the clients that I have to train.
oh, John. So what is it? What is it that happened?
No, nothing specific. It's just you know, beginners, they have a lot of questions, which is okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you know, they want to know like, well, why can't we say it this way and that way? I said, well, because it doesn't work that way. You know, the according to the rules, you can't. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but you get a ticket from the grammar police. You know, and yeah, and with beginners, they just it's like, well, why not? You know, and see, and then they're asking me to break out the grammar monster. You see,
Oh,
and so today we talked about word order, right? And at a certain point, one of the students said, "Oh yeah, this is kind of dry," you know. And I said, "Yep, that's grammar," you know. And because my students know, I tell them right away when I first have them, I hate grammar, but it's a necessary evil, and I
Yeah.
teach it in healthful doses. And I hate tests, so I don't give tests unless somebody makes me give a test.
yeah.
And yeah, so they was like, well, they were like, this is kind of dry. I was like, yeah, that's grammar, but you had these questions, and the only way I can answer your questions is to show you the grammar rules. And this is why you must say it this way and not the other way. Plain and simple. What are you waving at?
I think I'll be in John's class and
You
give him a
don't
hard
see.
time.
You don't see
Kidding.
who I'm waving at. You don't see the drop dead gorgeous Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
Lauren snuck in the room on us there.
There you go,
Uh-huh.
John. Wow, John. A beautiful woman pops in right beside you in the room. You don't even notice. Oh my God.
I don't see her picture.
Aw.
I don't see her picture
Right.
anywhere. I'd have to
So,
scroll.
so Lauren, have I been upgraded from a hotel room nearby to your place when I come visit?
Well, no shame, huh?
No shame at all. Hey, I'd be on a couch or the other room just visiting. Give me a break. man.
But no, I love my clients. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting down my clients, but I get those clients that like to challenge your sanity sometimes.
Yeah.
And I would love to see Nelson deal with that. Seriously.
Oh. I don't know.
I
That
can't.
would
I
be
can't.
pretty.
No, I really that scenario that I told you where I'm at the beginning. I'm really happy. I was teaching the course. I lasted 1 day in a teaching course on how to program in Pascal.
Okay.
One entire day. The next day, I got fired out of the class. The principal came up and says, "You out," and I said, "Okay, fine." I'd gone through the basics of how to write Pascal. This is DOS Pascal, not object oriented yet. This is the basic Pascal. You create the beginning and the end of the
Right.
script. You start. There's certain lines, like you say, grammar.
Right.
There's certain lines that have to be in certain orders to start the
Right.
script,
Right.
or an executable program. And so we did this, and then the person came the next day. The person, I don't know, had question after question. And I literally got to the point. I couldn't tell if the person was just pulling my chain, but I was saying, "Are you a fucking idiot?" I says, "You don't. We talked about this yesterday. You don't understand it yet." And the principal heard this as I was walking by, and he said, "You out." I have no patience. It's one of my shameful examples of what I've done in the past. But because of that, I know now I'm not a good teacher in front of the class. I'm a good teacher if I got to put it on video and then you can watch what I have to say. Then there's that disconnect, you know. Here's what I'm presenting. If you want to watch it again, go ahead, but don't make me repeat it over and over and over again.
Yeah, we're gonna make you repeat it just for the heck of it.
Yeah, but that example, John, that I was telling, that's where that came from. I actually got kicked out of a class, which I could have probably made a ton of cash teaching how to program in Pascal. You know, there was nobody else in the area doing it.
Remind me if you come to visit me, not to take me to work.
No, I
Take
get
Bill
no
from the
problem.
work day.
As a guest, I don't mind. As a guest, I don't mind. Like when we're talking here, but you've seen me triggered before, John. You know, it happens.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
yes, we
yes.
have the video. I framed it and everything.
Yeah, I should put the when I edit this video, I'll put triggered across here. My whole frame will be shaking. But I mean, I do have a temper, and it's not a question of anything bad or not, but it's going through life. Now, I was 22 years old when I did that, and so I was young, and holy crap, it was 21 years ago. Holy crap, wow. I don't know if it would happen again. Maybe with age, you know, maybe I've changed, but I don't dare try it again because it ruins your name real quick.
Yeah.
Some people
Nelson, you flippin' buck.
Yeah, but on the flip side, I would challenge John, Josh, Belinda, Lauren to do programming that I do.
Oh no, thanks. I want to learn, but right now it's not the time.
See, I said Josh to include, but now Josh is going to put his foot in his mouth because Josh still doesn't know what I know.
You never know. You may be surprised.
Oh, John, or Josh, stop having pride. Sorry, John, I meant Josh.
We have WordPress. We have WordPress, okay, and then we have MySQL. Okay, there's a layer of MySQL. I can program what MySQL does, not put it into something.
I can too.
Oh no, okay. Hold on, so let me tap myself on the back. I can't reach. Oh, I hurt my shoulder.
And can you move your head in up the picture there?
Yeah, look. I go to tap my back, but I can't because I hurt my shoulder. From trying to tap myself on the back.
You know, I could make a comment, but I'm really not going to even touch or go there.
I don't want you to touch anything. Stay where you are. Whoa.
Now you got to start it, Blend.
Lauren, you can say what you want, though. Go ahead. but John, like we were saying, everybody has their own passion. Everyone has their own field of interest. I mean, if you want a pool fix, you're not going to go to somebody who's only done it for a month, you know, and trust a $7,000 pool to them. You know?
I'll be right back.
Okay, everybody hold
on. Yes,
ma'am. We're all going to wait for Lauren now.
No, because it's like what another point we were talking about is that when you're in business, if you don't have a passion for it, then you don't need to be doing it.
Oh yeah.
And the moment you lose your passion for it, then stop it. Because
there's a real simple way of knowing if you lost your passion. It's real simple. Once you open your eyes in the morning and you think of your job, what's your reaction? I know I go
exactly.
I go, oh boy, I get to do this. But if you ever
I was talking to Nelson about that the other day about, as a coach, what I do with my clients is I find out what their loves, their passion, their talents, you know, their interests are, build a skill set around that and turn it into profitable business if possible. Or if they don't want to make their own business, then join a business that's similar to what their interests and stuff are.
Right.
Because you can do anything to make money, but you're more likely to stick with it if you love what you do.
Exactly. If you wake up in the morning and the first thing you think of and you go, oh God, I got to do this today, that's a sign that you're done.
Exactly.
Find something else.
My son went with me today. He was my chauffeur today.
Yeah.
And as we were driving out, I told him, it's like, the closer I get to work, the more in the mood I get.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because he said, really? He said the closer he gets to work, the more he wants to go.
Oh, jeez.
The more he hates it. But because, you know, I have some mornings I wake up and it's like, oh, I have to get up today.
He's not making this easy for you, John.
No, he's not. I think he does that on purpose. And
sorry, John. I'm sorry. Go on.
As soon as I, get on my way to work, and especially like when I'm there, when I'm at work in the classroom, I'm in my element.
Yeah.
And as soon as the first student walks in, I'm switch on. I'm in my element, and I love it. And I love what I do, and that's a good thing. I have to turn my video on for a moment because Nelson.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yes, you need to turn your video on for a moment. There you go.
What?
What
What am I missing? I don't see it.
There you go.
There you
See
go.
it?
There you go.
Hold on. Let me tune in.
You showing your cup.
Yep.
Oh, that. Yeah, rub it in.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the deposit.
But I get the same thing. I get up, I get the truck started. First thing when we do a job, we go up to the store and get the materials for the repair of the pool, the liner, the foam, and all that stuff. And when I get to the warehouse, we start putting stuff in the truck. Yeah, I start getting personally, I get hyped. It's like, all right, let's go, let's get this done, you know. And I think there's times it bugs the piss out of my daughter who works with me, because it's like, oh, man, do we have to do this job today? When you get on site and she sees, oh man, I'm gonna be under the deck half the day. Oh,
yeah.
You know, and I feel sorry for her. I know she hates leveling a pool because you're down on your hands and knees in the mud and the bugs and all that crap, right? And you gotta sit there and dig at this, you know. And but when the job is done, it's satisfying because, you know, it's done. It looks good.
There's nothing like that feeling, that satisfactory feeling of a job well done.
Yeah.
Or mission. It's like when I've had a good day, when I've had a good class, when those students walk out all happy and laughing and stuff like that.
Because you didn't pull a Nelson on them, okay?
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm happy, because sometimes you have those. I have those groups. I have those classes where it just doesn't turn out like I wanted.
Right.
And even though the students are okay, they're satisfied and stuff like that, but I wasn't satisfied, you see, because I didn't think I brought my message across right on that day, you know, and I had that, darn, I need to do that better next week kind of feeling, you know. But when my students, you know, leave all happy and like normal, you know, and stuff like that, it's cool. It's a cool feeling.
Well, here's something that a lot of people don't talk about. Even when you do something you love, it can stress you out sometimes or catch up with you. But that's all the reason why it's important to do what you love for those bad days that you're still going to have once in a while at least. There's days, as much as I love talking to my clients, there's days where I don't want to talk to anybody. It's nothing personal. I get burned out, and so I rather work behind the scenes with other stuff that I do. You know, like I get those days once in a while, you know.
But once a month, roughly?
I don't know about that. I don't know. It varies. I mean, it's not always a particular time. I know he's trying to be funny, but I'm bypassing it. The operative word, try.
Got damn cold. Can't get over it.
Can't get over a lot of stuff, but we won't go there.
Oh, jeez. Let's not go to the conversation we had earlier, Belinda. Remember that one?
I don't think that would be appropriate.
No.
I don't want to know a thing about it.
No, because we start
neither
talking,
do I.
If I start talking about it, if I start talking about that here, it's going to be an X-rated video.
Oh no!
It's going to be beyond adult.
Nelson with no filter.
Rated Nelson Buck or better.
Going back to Belinda's point that she was just making, I've only had I've been teaching since 2009, right?
We don't know. Have you?
Yes, sir, I have. Okay. And that's a statement, you know. It's a rhetorical question.
Okay, gotcha.
And at any rate, I've only had maybe 2 groups and 1 private student that whole time where I was so happy when the course was over.
Oh, that bad?
That bad.
We've had a couple of pools that we worked on. We were glad when they were done. It's like, oh my god, there's no amount of money. But I still, at the end of the job, was still, phew, it's done.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it was like I did my thing, but the group was like horrible. It's like
you had hecklers.
No,
Not
no.
even.
I had
They
a
were
few. I had a
they
few bad clients. I had a few clients I didn't care to work with, but I learned after that to be more selective, regardless of whether they were going to pay or not.
Oh, geez,
yeah.
guys, there's 3,000 people at Mardox. There's people I don't want to talk to. I'm not. I'm going to say it flat out. I'm not ashamed to say it. There's some people I don't want to talk to. But there's still
No,
members
because
that still got treated with respect.
the problem was, right?
Oh,
I
hold
would,
on. Hold on, John. Hold on. None of you guys watching are the problem. There.
We're making that disclaimer right now.
there's a
Yeah.
disclaimer,
You're
right?
all
Right.
perfect members watching.
Uh,
um, because we would do the material, right?
Yeah.
I would ask a question. They would answer the question. If I said, like, for instance, I said, Nelson, how do you spell apple?
ELPPA.
Right.
I'm dyslexic.
Well,
I
no,
can't help it.
that's not right, but
Yes, it is. For a person who's dyslexic.
Nelson, you just can't make this simple, can you?
ELPPA.
You have to give him a hard time.
of course not. At any rate,
Yeah.
at any rate, I'm going to use Belinda.
There's
At least
people
someone drive
watching.
you nuts,
There's,
John.
there's people watching this right now. They're going to write down ELPPA,
Yeah,
go to the mirror, and put it in the mirror and go, oh, it is Apple.
It's another face palm moment, boys and girls.
Yeah.
But anyway, right? If I say, like, Belinda, how do you spell apple?
APPLE.
Show off.
Okay. And then
Teacher's pet.
that's all I would get. I would get the answer. And that's that. And they would sit there, all eyes on me,
Like automatons.
waiting for the next question.
Like automatons.
Yeah, and it was like I was a real teacher in a real school classroom, and I hate that because my classes are seriously interactive,
Right.
and
Except for
They
people
ju-
that spell Apple ELPPA.
You just
Yeah.
want Nelson in your class, don't you,
Interactive
John?
classes make it easier.
yeah, we would have a discussion about it, and the whole group would get in on it. See, then
Yeah.
that's the thing, and that's fine with me, right? But when I tell them to do something, they'll do it. When it's their turn to read, they'll read, ask questions, they'll answer it or not, But then that's it, And one time we were doing the material. Same thing. And I said, okay, guys, what's going on here? What's the problem? What seems to be the problem? Because I couldn't take it anymore,
And that's where you pulled the Nelson.
You didn't like well-behaved students that did what they're supposed to do?
Yeah.
What's
And I
wrong
said-
with you, John?
Yeah. And did you
Most
pull?
teachers would kill for students that actually behave nowadays.
Yeah. And did you pull a Nelson? Yes or no?
Poor
And I said-
Nelson.
And I
Nelson.
said, no, I did not pull a Nelson.
Okay.
I said maybe it
Which
was
kind
a
of Nelson? Sorry.
Isn't pulling a Nelson in WWE an actual move?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's what I
could be
thought.
one. I'm gonna have to talk to my son about that.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, a WWE move and more than an actual Nelson Buck move.
No.
But John, I understand what you're saying. Sorry, not to interrupt, but I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying. You like interaction. You're like me. You like to make it fun, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's your personality, just like mine.
And then, so I said, what's the problem? And then one guy, right? And this guy, he was one of the few who would speak up first or raise his hand first if I asked for, a volunteer, right? And he said, it's the material, And I said, is it really the material, or is it the fact that you guys don't speak enough? And one student, she was honest. She said, "Yep, that's it. We don't speak enough."
Oh, so you had a group of people who were just quiet, like Lauren.
Yeah.
Who doesn't say anything.
Yeah, they were just nothing against you, Lauren. Nothing bad. Nothing bad.
Could you imagine? Now, I'm going to say this as a disclaimer. Eugene, I'm not trying to bug you. But, John, could you imagine a classroom full of Eugenes?
And that was kind of that was almost how that
Cricket,
class.
cricket, cricket, cricket.
That was all, or like I had this group. I had this one group, right? Beginners, right?
Right.
So that's why my son, when he found out that I had a beginners group today, he was kind of concerned, right? Because he was with me another time.
Yeah.
Had this other group. They were beginners, right? There was a few gentlemen, and yeah, I'd be teaching, crack a joke every now and then, you know.
Not a sound.
Not a sound.
Not a sound. They just sit there and watch you like, oh, is
It-
this
it
part, is this
looks
part
like-
of the test?
It's like, were we supposed to repeat that, you know? Or, oh no, they were. I mean, they were nice guys. I asked them stuff, they would answer me, but that, if you didn't say open your mouth so I can make sure you're breathing,
They all.
you know, and they were nice guys, really nice guys, but shy as I don't know what. You see, because it's kind of in the German culture, right? Germans like to do things correctly, and if they can't do it correctly, they don't want to do it.
Yeah, Germans and Italians, they're bloody perfectionists.
Yeah, and so beginners are really bad because they're already nervous and they don't want to say anything wrong. You see, and yeah, or you ask an opinion question, and then I'm like, hold on, I'll be right back. Let me go get my X-ray machine to see if you guys have a brain in there somewhere. You know, it would be nice people, but like, real. And then one time I had this group. I was so glad it was over because there was a jerk or two in the class.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. There is somebody in this group that makes drinking Sprite or 7-Up so sexy.
Yes, Nelson. Thank you,
You're
Nelson.
gonna make me blush.
Yeah. Now that's somebody who has passion. Okay.
Yeah,
go
but there
on,
was
Don.
a jerk or two in the class, so nah.
Now you see, everyone. This is a live show. There's nothing edited. It's as we go, and as you can see, there's no script.
That's right.
We
I thought you meant
lost
the
the-
soda I was drinking. I hear he's talking to Lauren, so okay then.
No, that would have been sad.
Whatever.
That would have been.
I'll get
sad
over in 10,
sexy.
20 years of intense therapy.
There you go. That was funny.
It
It's
Nelson,
all right.
you
I'll be fine.
You almost had brownie points, Nelson. Now you messed up. Goodness
Yeah,
You
gracious.
had me
almost.
until you had me up into in your corner until you said Lauren.
Yep.
Yeah.
No offense, Lauren.
You interrupted John's talk.
I know, but it was for a good reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, John. Go ahead before
Yeah.
Nelson rudely
Yeah.
interrupted.
You interrupted my talk. Yeah, yeah. No, you
I'd
see,
rather hear John.
and that's how my classes go. You know, I'll be teaching. We'll be talking about a topic. Somebody will have a question, or somebody will make a wisecrack or something, and one thing will lead to the other, and we'll get like way off topic, but we'll be communicating. You see, and that's what the class needs, and they love it. You see.
Hey, you know, John, what we'll do is I'll come and visit. Bring me with you.
sweet.
I'll walk in about 5 minutes after your class starts,
Oh,
and I'll be sitting there. How do you say good morning in German? And then I'll have to be like, what? This isn't German 101. No, it can actually be a really cool idea that to go there when I go to visit you, to actually go see one of your courses. Your students might have questions as to how Canadians say certain things.
Yeah, because I told this one guy, he got me today. Because I always ask my students, has anybody had any English experiences since last time we met, right? And because I encourage them to do stuff in English, right?
Right.
And anyway, this guy, he said, this is the beginners group, you know. He said, yeah, I had a telephone call with someone in Canada, and I understood every word. And I said, really? He said, yeah, it was my sister. We were speaking German.
Oh, I was gonna say, wow.
Yeah, I was already so impressed until he got me too. But then I mentioned, yeah, I was speaking with a gentleman from Canada yesterday. And I asked him where his sister lives. He told me, I forgot. and don't ask me to remember. And
Oh,
yeah,
don't
and I told
remember.
him I was talking with somebody from Quebec yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
And yeah, yeah. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, it would be interesting.
Yeah,
It
it
would
would
be
be.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And people, then you can answer folks' questions.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
it. That's it. Then we'll bring you up here one day and we'll pass you off as a full German.
Because you know what's difficult sometimes is they ask me things about America and stuff, about living there and everything.
Right.
And the problem is I haven't lived in America for over 20 years. You
Yeah, that's
see,
true, huh?
and things are quite different than
Does that make you kind of an American wannabe?
a little bit. A
Yeah.
little. I
You
mean,
traitor.
once an
You
American,
abandoned us.
always once an American, always an
You
American.
abandoned us for a beautiful woman in another country. Thanks, dude.
But hey, I'm a
Hey.
I'm a German American or American German.
Hey.
Hey, 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 yeah.
Hey.
Hey! Sorry. That's an over dramatized Fonzie.
Yeah, Fonzie used to rock.
Fonzie used to be cool.
Yeah, if you got a guy that does that today, he wouldn't last very long. Oh my God!
No.
Everybody on YouTube would be like, "Oh my God, he's a chauvinist. He's
Yeah.
misogynistic.
Yeah,
He's a womanizer."
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think there's a politically correct way to go. Hey.
Yeah. Hey. Even though
Oh,
if you go to New York, you got a lot of people going, "Hey, you're going to pay for that." I come from an Italian background. I'm Canadian, but my dad married my stepmother, who's Italian. And I was 8 years old when my dad met this lady.
But you're not blood Italian.
No,
That's
no,
the
no, no,
point.
no, no. But being 7 years old, 8 years old, and being raised in the Italian family, I mean, my grandmother and grandfather are called Nona and Nono. And I know what it is to have the backside of the hand when you bad talk to your grandfather, and his hand was bigger than my face. You know, the Italian culture is very. It doesn't matter if you're blood or not. If you're in the family, you're in the family. Trust me.
No, I
Exactly.
mean you're just not blood. I'm just saying you're not.
I don't know.
Son.
My blood looks like your blood, Linda.
You know
No,
what?
no,
I'm
no,
just gonna.
I'm not. No, I'm Irish. I'm Irish, English, and French. If you want to go that way, my dad's side of the family would have been Irish and English, and my mother's side of the family would have been from France. So that's how far back that goes. But yeah, no, I got very much the Italian mannerisms and the ways of thinking. Like when I do work, it's got to be. I've been raised that if you're gonna do something for somebody, it's got to be something you would do for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as good or better. If you,
That's how I've always lived. I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
It used to be, but see, here's the thing: it's not always good to be a perfectionist because it can actually get in the way, and you could be making more work for yourself. So I had to learn to balance that
Yeah.
and not be hard on myself, because even though I would do it as if it were for me, it could actually backfire. So there has to be a balance there.
Yeah. But
That's
again,
it.
what you're doing now after doing your modification of your personality, let's say. What you finish off with, is it something you like to have for yourself, or
Yes.
is it to your standards substandard?
Well, I guess the best way to answer that, honestly, would be that I try to make it that would please the client, but that I know it's something that I would like. See, it depends on what I'm doing, because sometimes, like if you cook something,
Yeah.
if you were a chef and you're making food or just cooking at home, you like your food a certain way, but let's say you're making steak and someone else likes it cooked a different way. You have to learn to think,
Okay.
like put yourself in their shoes. It's not always
Yeah.
easy to do, so you
Okay.
try to do it to their standards, but at the same time, have the quality of the standards that you know you live by.
No, that's
if that
fine.
makes
But when you
sense.
serve the food, does it look like your dog chewed on it before you serve the plate, or does it look like
No,
something?
I grew up with a gourmet chef father.
That's
thank
what I
you.
mean. So if you wouldn't eat it, you don't expect others to eat it, right?
Well, no, I mean, I'm not going to do half.
No, that's what I mean.
baked
But that's what
work,
most
you know,
people. That's what
obviously.
most people do today. It's half-assed. I've seen a person at a barbecue drop a steak on the ground, pick it up, shake it, put it back on the barbecue.
You kidding?
You know, I would never do that.
No, but that's what people do. Oh,
Yeah.
it's fine. It was just there for a couple seconds. You know, you
Yeah.
saw
My
him pick
husband
up the
would do
meat,
that.
He
So
went,
he would
like
do
this
that.
and took off the dirt and put it on the flame. You know, it
My
fell off the
husband
flame.
would probably do that, but I tell him, if you want to eat your food that way, that's fine. But my
Yeah,
daughter and
no,
I are not eating our food
I'm
that way.
sure there's nothing wrong with it if you think about it. There's nothing wrong with it, even if
Well,
there
yeah,
are
he'll say
microbes.
because it gets cooked.
Yeah,
He'll say because it gets cooked. I understand that, but it's still the thought.
Yeah.
It's still the principle of it. I'd rather not take
Yeah.
that chance.
No, I know, but that's what how a lot of people think. It's good enough, you know, and no, it's not good enough. If it's not good enough for you, it's not good enough for them. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you got, and that makes me think too. Now, maybe that person actually did wipe his food on the floor before cooking it each night. I don't know. his name
It
was
was
John.
Well,
right.
I told my husband, as long as you don't cook her food like that or mine, what you do with your
Your
food is up
husband's
to you.
done that?
No, he's eating food off the floor for himself, but I won't allow my daughter to do it, and I won't do it.
Yeah. There you
Like
go.
he won't do it. He knows how to do that with my food. If
No,
he cooks it or something.
meat's real simple. I have a golden retriever. Anything I drop on the floor is his.
Well, but I tell him though, if you're like when he's the one cooking, you know, I tell him if you're making our food, just don't do it our food. If you want your food, that's fine, but not our food. I mean, he would never purposely do that to hurt us. I mean, he's not like that. I don't mean it that way, but he has that thinking, like, you know, oh, what doesn't hurt unless it's like, you know, unless you drag it through mud maybe or something dramatic like that. So I have to let him know, don't, you know, I just tell him, as long as you don't do it with her food or mine, I don't care.
Yeah, okay. But it shouldn't be done. If food falls on the floor, you shouldn't serve it to anybody. It's.
Well, he doesn't want to waste it too,
You know.
unless it's really dirty. I mean, you know, like where it's not edible.
Okay, no barbecue at Belinda's place, guys.
No. We don't do that at the barbecue. I'm saying when he cooks for himself.
Yeah, we have a
Not for
barbecue in the middle
others.
of the
He
garden
knows how
where
to
the
do it for
dirt
others.
is.
He would never do that to your food.
No,
Unless I
I'm
told him to.
kidding. I'm kidding.
If he had done it to his food, he'd probably.
Yeah, I said unless I tell him to.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Would've
it.
done
No,
it to
meat.
yours,
No,
but
meat's real simple. If like the other day, I made a sandwich, a piece of bologna fell on the floor. I wasn't careful with the package. That dog had it, but the thing is, I could not get to the meat in time. He already grabbed it, little sucker. Any closer, he would have grabbed it midair. You know, he would have been snap. There, got it. You know. Oh, jeez. Hey, we're talking about tracking. We had two topics today to talk about. One was tracking. John.
Yeah, but
John.
we'll need another show for that one because that's like not something you should skim over, you know.
Well, yeah, but we're not almost done, are we?
Yes,
come on,
we are.
there's a whole 3 minutes to fill.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go over PWIC and tracking. Oh.
Yeah, we could talk about Google's analytics and Mardox tracking and all
Yeah,
that
Yeah, well,
stuff.
the thing about it is, go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
Are you familiar with PWIC?
Nope.
It's an open source analytics program.
Oh,
very
here we go.
similar to- Very similar to Google Analytics, except it's your own version, hosted on your own server, so you can get a lot more details.
Yeah.
Very good
Okay.
program if you never checked it out.
Yeah, but there's
What, for Linux you said, or for Windows? Or what did you say, Josh? You're really low.
It's server side
online.
Linux.
It's online. It's PWIC. It's a PIWIK.
So I have to build my own server to use it?
Yeah.
Oh, forget it. I don't have a server.
Well, you can load it on your hosting too. Whatever you got it for hosting.
PDIC? P-E what?
PIWIK.
P-I-W-I-K.
Yeah, but you don't. I don't think.
Thank you.
I don't think you need it, Belinda, because on the hosting on my website we have Webalizer. We have 2 or 3 programs already built right in on the server.
The thing
at the server
about-
level.
The thing a lot of marketers don't get is that when you're advertising, you need to know where the people are coming from who are responding to your advertising.
That's right.
You know, and this is why you use various tracking methods.
Yeah,
and
and
stuff like
don't use just one because it's always
Yeah.
good to cross check stats.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Never put your eggs in one basket.
And not even just Google. A lot of people go, "Oh, I just use Google's tracking." I won't even trust just
I
that.
don't.
No, I use different ones.
Yeah.
I use different. Yeah, I don't do the Google thing. I mean, I never even messed around with Google Analytics and all that. But I use a few different things, and that's the cool thing about like Mardox, where how you can track your links and stuff like that.
And it's gonna get better.
And
And,
here,
go ahead.
Damn, I had a
oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, John. I was going to say,
No,
here's the
go
other
for it.
thing. Lately, I've been running into a lot of tracking software you can buy, which I think is a lot of hype.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, no. I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
the basic.
because some of the tracking software that I've been noticing coming out, it's stuff that's just been regurgitated, but it's already 10 years old. It's not meant for today's stuff.
Yeah,
Yet they make it sound like it is,
Yeah.
because most people don't know better.
Yeah,
yeah.
which
I would
isn't
say,
good.
you know, also study your competitors heavily because a lot of their tracking's out there too.
Yep.
Oh, I always study my competitors. I knew to do that in the corporate field.
No,
Yeah.
no, Belinda, you meant the stats, not looking in their window at night.
No, Melson, unlike you, I'm not a peeping Tammy.
Oh, a peeping Tammy. Ooh, there you go. I would have gone with Tommy, but okay.
See, you're Tommy, I'm Tammy. That's the difference.
No, I'm
If
Nelson.
if you connect with Quantcast, you can get demographic breakups, like, you know, how old they are, what sex they are,
Uh-huh.
they have college education.
Yeah, if the information's available, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's and a lot of people are getting away from
Google-
that though. It's the whole thing of paranoia and privacy and
We'll still.
I know I don't want my information out there. Hi everybody.
Okay. I have nothing to hide.
So what are you saying, John? What are you saying? You're gonna be here tomorrow to do the whole tracking talk?
Did I say that?
I think
no,
you did.
I didn't. I don't think I heard myself.
I clearly heard you say I'm gonna be here till tomorrow and talk about tracking.
I heard it.
Yeah.
Tuesday is not good for me.
Aw.
Does it look like we care?
You'll care when John doesn't show up.
Yeah.
That's when we come over and
I
hog
really
tie you
care
and
when
bring you on in.
I really care when Belinda's gone, John's gone, Lauren doesn't even bother to show up. I thought Lauren loved me.
And Nelson was talking to himself on the air the other day. I
Well,
heard.
Friday he knew I was going to be away. I told him ahead of time.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's fine. Then Josh is fair. He messaged me and told me he had a meeting. I think it's more
John
like I
Not
don't.
here tomorrow either.
Yeah, so
John
I think,
was
I think it was,
asleep.
I think it was more like I just don't want to be on the air with just Nelson.
John was asleep.
Yeah, John was asleep. Thanks, John.
I was
Traitor.
asleep.
Traitor. Well, there was supposed
John-
to be a giveaway out on Friday, so I guess we have to postpone it, reschedule it to another day.
I don't know what was going on. I slept the whole Friday through
You
almost.
can't believe how many T-shirts I have sitting here now. No, didn't do a giveaway.
Okay, give it to me. That's fine.
You want all the T-shirts?
Well, at least one or two. I won't be a hog.
I want to see you in a small.
You
It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't get over. Never mind. It wouldn't even. Never mind. It'd be too small.
Oh boy!
you could send you could
I
send
have to take a large for a good reason.
So what I should do now is say, let's wrap up the show, go through the whole process, and then tell everybody, hint, hint, wink, wink, the show's over, we're now off the air, hint, hint, wink, wink, and then we continue on so people can see what the after show looks like.
Yeah, bar fight and all.
Yeah, because we
But
get
you
on-
know,
Go ahead.
Nelson, you could send Belinda a T-shirt with her cup.
Yeah, there's a novel idea.
Excuse me, this darn
yeah.
cold.
Slacker.
That damn cold, huh? It's that darn cold. I just can't get over it either.
Oh,
jeez.
boy. Anyway.
Yeah, see, John's got his cup, so he doesn't care.
He cared enough to mention me, though.
Yeah,
So.
check that out.
Thank you,
but
John.
No, but we do have T-shirts, and let's say this Friday coming up, let people know that if they show up in the live chat, everybody in the live chat's gonna get a T-shirt.
You know what? I think for waiting this long for my cup, you should give me a shirt
cup,
anyway.
you're gonna get your cup.
And my shirt.
Yeah. No, but everybody,
Thank you.
everybody who shows up on this Friday's live chat has to be on this platform, not in the YouTube thing. It's got to be live. You got to participate. You got to talk. You got to say stuff. We'll get a T-shirt of their size and choice, and it says Mardox on it, and on the back backside it says "Building an advertising community, one member at a time."
Cool.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to be here, so I'll get my shirt either way.
Yeah, there
Thank
you go.
you.
Yeah, there you go. So while you're until Friday, Melinda, get your measurements.
I already know my measurements.
32, 24, 32.
I'm not even going to say it on the air.
Okay. I was in grade 4, and kids in the boys in grade 4 had no clue what bra sizes were and stuff. Were like, dude, she has like quadruple F.
Well, let's just put it this way: in grade 4, in grade 5, the boys were very happy that they came up to my chest.
I would have been happy coming up to your chest. What?
And I was an early developer too.
Oh, okay. That way.
I'm more of a listener.
Yeah, we figured that out.
I only talk when I have something to talk about.
Yeah, I talked to. So there you go. So Lauren, you're going to be on the show on Friday, right? So you can get your T-shirt, right?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
I'm planning on it.
Good. Yeah, Lauren's like, yeah, I need new clothes.
Yes,
You're going
I
to get
do.
new clothes.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Yeah, we got to get Eugene in here so I can get one to him. So somebody talk to Eugene and get a hold of him.
I'll try.
Yeah, we need Mr. Eugene in here so we can get him one. He deserves one.
Yes, his silent wisdom deserves one.
Yes.
Would you stop that? He's going to abandon Mardox because of you.
I was complimenting him.
Uh-huh.
Oh
geez.
boy.
Yeah. Wow.
That's something I won't forget anytime soon. Goodness gracious.
I'm going to be putting a section in Mardox on the website so members can put in a suggestion to what to talk about. Until it's put up, feel free to create a support ticket telling us what we should talk about, or put it in the comments under this video, asking us what to talk about. We'd be more than happy to do it. John, you have to close up the show, but in order to do that properly, you got to be on camera, dude.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay.
It's blah, blah, blah.
Anyway, thank you, everyone, very much for joining our live broadcast today. Remember, 3 very important things that you should do. You should comment, you should like, and you should subscribe to the channel here. And yeah, and if you're not a Mardox member, join, check it out, come on the show, talk, whatever. Anyway,
Become as normal with the rest of us.
Yeah.
Take a walk on the wild side.
Join our community, because our community needs you to make it better, and then
More sane.
What that means, building a community, one member at a time. We need you to be another member. Would be cool. Anyway,
and this channel, this show is politically correct in all ways. We have minorities, we have majorities, we have minority idiots and majority intelligent people.
And slightly disturbed and knows how to think outside the box and disturbed, so you'll fit right in.
Hey, that's pointing at me. Stop focusing my minority.
Did you say stop talking your manure?
Manure.
We have all kinds of bright, intelligent people in this community, and we have Nelson.
Yeah. The other black guy in the show. Some psycho. I'm gonna get in so much shit for saying that. I'm gonna have comments from people who are black, anything but Caucasian. They're gonna go, "You racist bastard." I'm black like all of you.
You're like Steve Martin from the movie The Jerk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He was born a poor black child.
Yeah, just happened to be albino.
How he hitchhiked from one side of the fence to the other. He goes, "Thanks for the ride."
Classic.
Yeah,
classic.
That's it. Wow. Yeah. So tomorrow's show, we try to do our shows every day at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. In order to get the link, either as of tomorrow, log into Mardox, and you can get the link to the live stream, or you can go to this YouTube channel and watch it live, or you can go to our Skype room. What's the name of our Skype room? Mardox.
Mardox.
Just Mardox, right? Yeah, I think it is.
Like Madonna, Mardox.
Mardox, yeah, just Mardox. Yeah. It's a symbol. It's a status.
Yeah.
Like a Mardox.
It's a staple.
And you can get the link to the live stream there. Look at that. There's 4 people watching this right now as we speak. So no
Cool.
comments, no questions, no chat going on. Just blah blah blah. Wow. And no super chat messages. Thanks, people. So with that said, let's close up the show for today, and we'll be here tomorrow at 3. Say goodbye, guys.
God bless everyone, and have a good day.
Have a good one.
Where's the button?